What's up, sales pros? You know, I'm just messing with you. I really don't have nothing to say. Just thought I'd make a funny video. You guys want to have a staring contest? Look at how red my eyes are. It's Saturday. All right, anyway, just kidding. Look, I got some serious stuff to tell you guys. It's been on my heart for the last few days. If you're not a member of the Sales Professionals group, that's not my group, it's somebody else's group, but it's a great group. A lot of car sales guys back there, and it's similar to our group. Obviously, our group's a lot fucking better, but it's another group that if you're into sales, there's some good conversations back there. But that group and the group that we have here, the Sales Talk with Sales Pros, there's a couple of things that I noticed that have been asked over and over and over again. And those questions are, how do you handle objections, right? And what are your favorite things to say, like word tracks or whatever, to overcome those objections? And I've got a program that'll be released next week that's going to help you, especially if you do inbound lead. I've got a program now called Show Up and Close that will give you all the word tracks, all the audios. If you want, you could go to my website, my YouTube channel, and you can get all the word tracks that you could possibly want right there for free. Everywhere you can go to Grant Cardone, you can go to, who's another guy, the Sales Bible guy, Jeffrey Gittimer. You can go to any of those guys' websites and get all the word tracks, all the objection handling training that you absolutely need for free. Now, I'm not telling you that to take away from the product that I would obviously like each and every one of you to buy, right? Just for nothing else, to support the Hardcore Closer Foundation over here. But back to the story here. Listen, you didn't get into sales to learn how to handle objections, right? Nobody got into sales and says, you know what? I'm going to be a master objection handler. No, you get into sales to get paid. You get into sales to get paid by helping other people get what they want. That's exactly why we got into sales. We don't have to go out there and learn what an objection that a real estate agent gets is not the same objection that an insurance agent gets. An objection that a roofing contractor gets is not the same objection that a multi-level marketing person gets, right? So objection handling, whatever, that doesn't have anything to do with it. You know what you need to do to handle objections, right? You need to stay in the pocket, right? You need to stay focused, you need to stay emotionless, and then proceed on and continue to ask for the business until they absolutely tell you no and get up and walk away. It's easy, right? You already know how to do that if you've been in sales for 3 days. You already know it's what you're supposed to do. Now, a lot of you don't do it because of whatever reasons, man. I don't have the reasons why people don't do it. I don't know. It drives me nuts. I watch people all the time like, you just let the guy... You know that letting that person leave hurts them more because they're spending more time that eventually get what you're selling anyway, and possibly from somebody else. Wouldn't you like to be the person that got that money? But here's the deal. You got into sales to make money and to help people. Those two things only. Nothing more, nothing less. So don't focus on objection handling. I know it sounds crazy. Like, what? Stewman, the sales trainer, said don't focus on objection handling, right? Listen, don't focus on objection handling. Don't focus on memorizing word tracks. Focus on listening to the prospects, finding out what their problem is, and figuring out how to fit your product into being the solution for their problem. It's that simple. If you do that, guess what happens? There's no objections. When I get on the phone with somebody, they don't give me objections. They already know it's expensive. They already know I've got shit from $27 to $25,000, right? So they know that they're going to be able to fall in there. Just like when you go to the Ford dealership, you can buy a Fiesta or you can buy a Navigator, right? I know Navigators are Lincoln and Ford, they usually go hand in hand, but you're with me, right? Or an F-250 for you guys, right? Because that's a $60,000 truck. Regardless, right? When someone gets on the phone with me, I don't have to overcome their objections. All I've got to do is show them that what I have to sell is the solution to their problem. So the first thing I do with anybody is I ask them, hey man, what's going on? What made you decide to reach out? And then once they give me that answer, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to be better at? What do you want to be better at? In your business, it's like, hey, well, what is the reason you're looking to buy a home? Then sell that problem. Oh, you're getting a promotion? You got to move really fast? You need to sell it super fast? You need somebody who can facilitate the move, somebody who can handle the relocation to where you can stay busy at work? I can fix that problem for you. Then guess what? Price and objection is not a factor because you're the solution to their problem. I've been sold a lot, right? I bought a lot of shit. I paid for a lot of money, but a lot of salesmen got money from me. Right? I've got a lot of money from a lot of salesmen as well, right? Keep the economy going, thanks to the community. But here's the deal. Every time somebody's ever closed me, all they've done is say that here's your problem, Ryan, and here's the solution I can provide for you. I just hired the most expensive, I'm not a fan of CPAs, but I just hired the most expensive CPA in the entire city of Dallas, which is one of the wealthiest cities in the United States. And the reason why is because when he closed me, he showed a solution to a problem that I had and how he was the best way for me to solve that problem using his services. Yes, it was a lot of money. Price wasn't even a question, not even with me, a person that likes to negotiate. Because I saw that he provided the solution, and that's where my mind went, the solution over here, and not some kind of, well, how can I say some fancy shit to be able to overcome objections, right? How can I say something that'll make me seem smart so they'll buy from me? And there's nothing wrong with knowing a bunch of word tracks. I got a fucking bunch of shit up here, right? Spit out right and left. You know why? Because I've listened to all these problems. So the word tracks I have in my head are solutions to their problems. I know what my prospects' problems were. When I was in the mortgage business, I knew what their problems were when I got on the phone with them because I knew what kind of people I attracted. When I was in the car business, I knew why they needed a car when they showed up on the lot because that was the kind of people I attracted. Now that I'm in the sales training business and have been for almost 6 years now, I know what type of salesperson fills out my form, opts into my blog, and shows up here in this Facebook group. They've all got a familiar problem. They've got one of 3 problems in my world, so it's my job to simply uncover that problem, figure out which one of those few problems that they have, and then show them that I have a prescription for that problem, and that's my product. As soon as you'll start doing that, you won't have to memorize a bunch of objections. You'll just have to memorize the few things that you know are wrong with every person that comes in there and figure out whichever one it is. When I was early on in my business, I knew people wanted one of 2 things. They were busy and they wanted systems so they could buy more time in their business, or they weren't busy and they wanted leads and ability to generate advertising and marketing to get leads for their business. As soon as I could figure out which one of those 2 things they were looking for and why, it's game over. I could always close them. That's how I got the name of Hardcore Closer. So, all right, that's it. Just want to share that with you. Stop focusing on, and here's a guy that sells training. I'm going to tell you, stop focusing on memorizing new training and everything else. And start focusing on just fucking listen to your people. Just listen to them. If you just listen and you can uncover their problem, you provide the solution. Why the fuck would they go spend money somewhere else? Like, I am the solution. What else are you looking for? Well, you could go find the solution up the street. It's the same fucking solution. Make your life easier. Still winning that staring contest.